Hey, good morning, Brad. This is Tom Powers over at Toyota of Kent. I've been assigned to your account, wanted to introduce myself, and I got to tell you, I'm really excited to work with you. I think I found you the perfect vehicle. Now, I know you just got your brand new job and got through college, so kudos to you. Good work, and congrats. Now you got your big boy job. I think you need a big boy vehicle, and I think I found just the perfect one. So, without further ado, I give you the 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. All right, so there it is. Now this went through a redesign back in 2024 and they have made some massive improvements. I really do think it's the best Tacoma yet. I've personally had three and I love the current generation. It's got better acceleration, better tech, better safety features, all around more comfortable ride, higher stance, and it just looks awesome. So we'll go around the front here. I'm gonna show you through some of the features and we'll see what you think. So there's your front end. So you do have LED lights as standard. You also have LED fog lights. You can see it has the parking sensors there. So if you're parking and it senses you're going to run into anything, it will automatically brake for you so you don't damage the vehicle. Go around here. You do have the 17-inch tires. And they're a nice, good off-roady tire to maximize traction when you're on the trails, but it's surprisingly good on the road. You can't really say that of, some other vehicles like your Jeeps, they're typical off-roaders, but you see those on trailers all the time because they are just terrible on the road. This one is not. In fact, most of the people that drive this truck, they're not really using it for the off-road capabilities. They just like the look, they like the feel, they like having a truck. So it really is the best of both worlds. This does have the Bilstein shocks and struts, which are going to maximize articulation for when you are on the trails, and they're extremely durable and they give you that nice cushy ride as well. So let's go around to the back here. So this is the 6-foot bed. I thought you would be able to utilize that, especially with all your gear if you're hunting and fishing. It does have the composite bed liner, which is super durable. You have an AC outlet right there. It's a 400 watt. You have a couple LED lights on each side, so if you do add a tonneau cover or a truck cap, you're going to be able to see in the dark. You got a nice big storage box there, which is perfect for straps, jumper cables, you name it. I mean, fishing lures, I don't know, anything else. And then they added a couple USB-C ports in there too, along with a 12-volt charger. So, yeah, charging ports are definitely not a concern on this vehicle. So, go to the back seat. Now they improved the storage back here as well. So if you just lift this up, you got all kinds of space under there. And the same on the other side. That's going to be where all your tire jack and your first aid kit is. Now if you pull this seat back, this is where your subwoofer is. This does have the JBL sound system, and I'll tell you what, it is well worth it. I have it on mine, and it sounds fantastic. You got deep bass, crisp, treble. It just sounds fantastic. You have two USB-Cs there, as well as an AC outlet, again, for the back seat, and then plenty of cup holders, too. So I'm going to go around the front. I'm going to get into some of the safety features. So first off, the design of the door. I love these. I mean, they really do have like off-road and adventuring kind of in mind. You can clip all kinds of things to those. You have powered seats on both sides. This is 8-way adjustable with lumbar support, and then you can raise it up and down. And you get into the controls here. Now your mid has all kinds of great information, and it's highly customizable too. So if you just get into the settings here, you can go through, you can change what information is on each side. So if you want fuel economy, or you want your turbo gauge, or a compass, you can customize that however you want. So let's get into the safety features a little bit. It does have a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, which will pick up pedestrians, cyclists, and it'll apply the brake if it senses you're going to get into a collision. You have the lane departure alerts with steering assist, which will bring you back into the lane if you happen to sway out. You have fully adaptive cruise control, which you can set at any speed. I personally like to set mine in school zones to kind of keep myself in check. Then you have road sign assist, which will pick up speed limit signs, do not enter signs, yield signs, and tell you if you've broken the speed limit. One of my new favorites is the proactive driving assistant. Now, I didn't really care for this at first. But what it does, if you're just driving around town and, you know, someone slows down in front of you, it's going to pick that up, and you are going, it'll help slow you down to kind of anticipate that stop. It's an absolute lifesaver in some scenarios. So, but then automatic high beams, they made an improvement to those as well. So not only will they shut off if someone is driving towards you, but they'll also turn on if it senses the brights need to be on. So yeah, all new safety system. It's the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. I think you're absolutely going to love it. So if you go down here, you have these auxiliary ports. So if you're adding light bars, they got nice pre-programmed spots where you can just kind of plug and play. And there's your auto high beam button. The steering wheel is laid out very, very nice. So easy controls of everything. You know, you can make phone calls, change your volume. I'm a big fan of voice commands, which are super easy to use in this. It's a one touch for the cruise control. And then you have the lane tracing assist, which works with the cruise control that is constantly making little adjustments to keep you centered in the lane. So big 14-inch screen. This first came out on the Tundra, and they added it to the Tacoma. You have an awesome backup camera, very high resolution. Forgot to close the tailgate, but you can see how crystal clear it is. And it does have the grid lines as well for, you know, making parking a cinch. Also comes with heated seats and heated steering wheel. This is fantastic in the wintertime, keeps those hands warm. You know, if you've been out in the wild and you're wet and cold, this will help those hands warm up super quick. And then you have your trailer brake control right there as well. Wireless charging is a part of that upgrade package. But here's where the off-road really shines. It's the drive modes. So you have a tow haul mode, which is going to take a little bit of, you know, less stress on, it's going to take stress off the engine if you're towing. This will tow up to 6,400 pounds, depending on what kind of accessories you have on it. But you have some different drive modes too. So you got Eco, Normal, and Sport. So that's going to maximize your fuel economy. Sport's going to, you know, change the gear ratio and give you a lot more pep. I mentioned before, the turbo, it absolutely rips. The previous generation had 278 horsepower. So does this one. But the torque, it went from 265 to 317. So it's going to really be a lot better at accelerating. And then also you have this crawl control mode. That is basically a slow speed cruise control for when you're off-road in rocky terrain. It kind of takes over for you. And it's really amazing how it can dig you out of any kind of, you know, mud, sand, you know, just rocky terrain. It's just fantastic. But you got your sunglass holder. You also have a mirror with garage door openers. And then they added the nice moonroof so you can always feel like you're outside. So I think that concludes my video. Again, I think this is the perfect vehicle for you. You know, it's going to get you to work on time, get good gas mileage, and it's very, very capable in the outdoors. So if you have any questions about this vehicle, or you'd like to set up an appointment for a test drive, feel free to give me a call anytime on my cell. That number is 330-329-0443. But thanks again for watching. I can't wait to work with you further, and you have an awesome day. All right, bye.